Hi there. So, for the fifth lens of diversity, we talk about gender identity and sexual orientation. And I chose a book that I already had at home. It is called Red, a Crayon Story by Michael Hall. Now, I will say that this book is very metaphorical, so it could be perceived in different ways. I just perceived it, when I had read it the first time, I perceived it to be a story that somebody could relate, that children could relate to who struggle with their gender identity. So I've read it to my kids a few times. They really love it. That's one of the reasons I chose it. I think it's a really cute story. It's really colorful. This is a story about a crayon I know. I wrote it for you. He was red. So, and throughout the whole story, throughout the whole story, it's just crayons who are potentially supposed to be people, which is really cute because some of the bigger crayons are supposed to be like the adults or the younger people, and the really little short crayons are usually supposed to be the old people. So he was red. It's a blue crown with a red wrapper on, but he wasn't very good at it. Oh dear. I'm assuming that's like another adult bystander. His teacher thought he needed more practice. I'll draw a red strawberry. Then you draw a red strawberry. You can do this, really. But he couldn't, really. So he just keeps drawing blue strawberries. And they try to do it several times throughout the book. His mother thought he needed to mix with other colors. Why don't you two go out and draw a nice round orange? So they mix the red crown with the yellow crown, which is supposed to make orange, but it doesn't. It makes a green circle. His grandparents thought he wasn't warm enough. So again, throughout the story, they're trying to change the crown's identity. So it's implied that the crown is supposed to be a red crown, but inside it, they don't feel that way. They feel like a blue crown. And the teacher said to have them draw class portraits. That's supposed to be the red one, but it came out blue. And this page kind of it gives a comparison about how some people in society look at children who are different or children who go by different gender identities. Says, sometimes I wonder if he's really red at all. Don't be silly. It says red on his label. He came that way from the factory. Frankly, I don't think he's very bright. Right? He's got to press harder, really apply himself. Give him time, he'll catch on. Common things that I feel like a lot of society will say about children who struggle with their gender identity or don't go by the norm of gender identity, like little boys who like to wear dresses or girls who like to play with toys that are perceived as masculine. But he didn't catch on. There's his little blue ant. Everyone's drawing the same colors as their crowns, but he just can't do it. All the art supplies wanted to help, so they're trying to change him to help him fit inside this box of what he's supposed to be. For him supposed to be red. They cut him, they sharpen him, they give him a little scarf. But even with all our help, all of his hard work, he still just kept doing blue drawings. He just couldn't get the hang of it. So finally, he met a new friend. And this new friend asked him to make a blue ocean for his boat. I can't. I'm red. Will you try? So he did. Thank you. It's perfect. You're welcome. It was. It was easy. I feel like in this situation, at least the way I perceive it, the purple boat would be parents or educators. Instead of trying to just continually force him to be into that red box, they encouraged him to be himself and to be the way he feels. And he didn't stop there. He started drawing all kinds of blue stuff and he declared, "I'm blue." He was blue. And everyone was talking. "My son is brilliant. Who could have known he was blue? I always said he was blue. It was obvious. All of his work makes me happy. His blue strawberries are my favorites. He is so intense. I hear he's working on a huge new project. He's really reaching for the sky." It's really sweet. So I feel like the other crowns are perceived as the people in that child's life. It could be teachers, friends, family members, and how differently they could thrive if they accept them for who they are and encourage them. And he really was. And that's the end of it. It's a really sweet book. Again, I do feel like it could be perceived in different ways. It could also be perceived for children who might be on the spectrum, but the way I interpreted it um, was to be perceived about children who might struggle with their gender identity and the norms that they're supposed to follow to those gender identities. So it's a good one.